Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon on this wonderful and sunny Friday afternoon. Thank you for joining us on this platform, acknowledged as Project 365. I am Portia Wheatley. I am the founder and the president of a nonprofit organization acknowledged as Trophy of Life Incorporated. And we have the great privilege and the honor, and most of all, the God assignment to render hope, encouragement, and inspiration to you, our audience, across the whole wide world. So let me bring in my co-host.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Takira Swan, and I am so happy to be here with you today. Today, we have a really great guest. I really do love her so much. But before we bring her on, I just want to remind you to go to our YouTube page, like, share, subscribe, so that you can share hope, encouragement, and inspiration to the entire world.
You know, I love to say it, to the entire world. To the entire world. It's just so exciting because we see God manifesting what we put out in the atmosphere and the prayers that we have put before Him. Well, as Takira has already stated, we have a great guest with us on today in the person of Tonya Blue Shelby. We're so grateful to have you with us on today. And she's going to share about caring, but she's going to care and share from her heartbeat, Ella's Closet. She's going to share with you what Ella's Closet is, what it does, and how you as a community can be inspired to do something similar that would put goodness and love and sharing and caring and all of those good bubbly things, put that out there in the atmosphere and in the community. It's amazing what we can do. Maybe we did not think we could, but when you really think about some things that you can do, it doesn't have to be on a large platform. Yeah, we can do some things to make a change in this world. The thing is, are you willing to do it? But we're going to step back and we're going to give Tanya the platform because she's going to share. Oh, I can hardly wait. Because I've been to Ella's Closet and I know what it is, and it's so exciting. But thank you again, and we're going to just step it, move it to the side, and let you have it. You got it, Tanya.
Thank you. It's so good to be with you guys today and your viewers. It is a humbling and a privilege just to be here. I watch your show, and I've been especially when I have some time just to kind of sit and just to be a part of it. It's very wonderful, and I'm so grateful to be here. Yes, I'm Tonya Blue Shelby. I am the founder with my mom, Ella Blue, for Inside Ella's Closet. We are a nonprofit organization that is in the business of helping women. I am Tonya Blue, and I'm a recovering middle school teacher. I say that because as a teacher, we wear many hats. And with those hats comes a lot of responsibility. The word says that the teachers are the ones who are responsible for learned knowledge. So we give a lot of information. We come in contact with a lot of people. And in that, I've been blessed to come in contact with a lot of children and a lot of women and men in education and just how we transform minds. But it also gave me a closer look at the minds that sometimes we need to transform our own. A lot of times teachers bring a lot of baggage into the classroom, just from life, family, stresses, everything. And yet we are to stand in front of little people whole. And sometimes it doesn't happen. I was a teacher for 19 years before I went to work for Towson. And during that time, I had the privilege to working with new teachers, people who wanted to be teachers and interns. And the sad thing about it was they weren't being told the truth. You have this idea that you work Monday through Friday, you go in at 7 o'clock, you leave at 3 o'clock, and you have your weekends and it's snow days and it's holidays and that's it. And it's not. The stresses of teaching, the stresses, especially for women of color in education, was very heavy. And I was finding the conversations that I was having with people was about balance, about what you need and how we could possibly help that need. A lot of the students were from Towson and they were just trying to make it through. And it came around time of trying to find clothes for interviews, or what do I wear, or what do I say? And I don't have anything, Miss Shelby, what do I do? And I remember the first young lady, he was like, this is all I have. And I was like, what size are you? And she said, a 16. I said, okay. I said, I'll see you tomorrow. So I came home and I called some people. I was like, I need a size 16 suit. Anybody got a size 16 suit that you don't need? I have a student who's going on a job interview. She needs a size 16. She doesn't have the money. She's not working. Girlfriend was like, I got one. We met up, got it cleaned, brought it to her. She was like, what is this? I said, I know you have an interview next week and I know you need a suit. Here's a suit. And she looked at me. How much do I give you? Nothing. Go get a job and tell me about what happens when you get the job. And I told my mother about it and she wasn't surprised. She said, you know, you've been doing this for a long time. I said, I don't even know what you're talking about. She said, you're always giving. She was like, think about the kid who didn't have clothes and you went shopping and you bought her clothes. I said, but that's just what we do. Like, you don't ask, you see a need and you fill it. Like, we were blessed as children. And, you know, sometimes people got hand-me-downs and they didn't like hand-me-downs because at that time, hand-me-downs was not something you wanted to wear. You didn't want anybody else's clothes. But now in a time where going to thrift stores and consignment shops are the things to do, you can find a really nice suit for $15. Who cares where you got it from? So she was like, this is what you've been doing. This is what we do. And I thought about it and I'm like, this is what she's done all her life. My mother comes from a family of 11 and she has 5 sisters and they were always in her closet. Always, Ella, do you got stockings for church? I need some jewelry. And it was never a question. Or people would come to church in shoes that were old or whatever. And I've seen her take the shoes off her feet to give them to someone else. And it was, yeah, this was instilled in me. Like, I've watched you do it all your life. So after a while, that was the first intern I had. And by the end of my teaching career in the county, I had 6. And every year I always sent a student teacher home with school supplies and clothes. And it was, so if I'm doing it for them, who else can I do it for? And as you begin to talk to people and the people who work down the hall from you, who are stressed and just upset and I don't have it, before you know it, it was, do you need anything? Not trying to be nosy, but can I help? And before you know it, it was, I have all these clothes in my closet I don't wear. What am I doing with them? We always think that we never have enough. You're going to an event, you got to go find something to wear. You're going someplace, I got to find something to wear. When there are people who really need it and it's sitting in your closet, not doing anything. So it was, talk to a couple girlfriends. You want to purge your closet? Let's do a clothes swap. We used to do them just at dinner parties. We bring some clothes, take what you wanted. It was just something we did. It wasn't even anything I thought about. It was just something we did. And it was, okay, let's make this bigger. And I'm like, I don't have any space. I don't have no money. what am I doing? We went to the library. I told some people, hey, getting rid of some clothes. If you want to get rid of some clothes too, come on over. Let's swap some stuff. And I was like, just come on in. And we had about 11 ladies. Portia was one of them who brought slews of clothes and just people took stuff and they left stuff. And some people was like, I don't even want anything. I just want to give it away to somebody. And that was the first year, 7 years ago, where we did this. And it was, my car was full of clothes. And I'm like, okay, I only have one student, but she told her friends. Miss Shelby got clothes. And before you know it, I closed my classroom door and laid out everything that I had and brought bags. And we had student teachers from Towson who came shopping in my classroom. And it was like, okay, we might have to do this again. My mother was excited. And before you know it, it was something that was happening often where people was like, you having a swap? You doing a swap? I'm like, oh, so we're doing something. And it just made me think about my aunts going in Ella's closet. But they didn't go in my mother's closet just for clothes. They went for hope. They went for encouragement. They went for a place of safety. They went for a place of wellness. And that's what was happening at our swaps. We were giving people not only fellowship, we were giving them encouragement. We didn't know who needed what. We didn't know if a small business needed some type of plug where, Caps and Fraps was our first partner to come and just serve cocoa and cookies. And then we had Valerie's unique gifts. She came and did that. We had a person bring shades. We had a person doing artwork and purses. So now we're a community of women who are uplifting women through business and providing for a need, because the majority of us are privileged because we're blessed. Did you miss a meal? Are you out your house? Do you have a car? Are shoes on your feet? You are blessed. And because you are blessed, we are deemed to be blessings to someone else. So Inside Ella's Closet has taken on a life of its own. My mother and I, she does swaps in Connecticut. I do them in Baltimore. She goes to the churches in Connecticut and a couple homeless shelters, and we are blessed to just find a location to ask somebody, my church home, Kingdom Worship Center, can I use the Dorfax? Yep, let's go. My girlfriend, Karma's dance studio, she let us use her dance studio the last 2 years, where the space was bigger. We had more vendors, we had more people. The Towson Library allowed me to use it for $30. So it was like, if I asked God, if God said, hey, fill this need, then he's gonna make this way. So Inside Ella's Closet has been doing that. And then we stopped because of pandemic. So no more swaps, no more purging your closets, no more shopping in your shopping in your closet challenge, because we were not only challenging you getting rid of things that you didn't need, we were challenging you to use what was already in your hands. You already have stuff in your closet. Go look again. And then if you're going to look again in your closet, then you're going to go look again at yourself. What's in yourself that you're overlooking that is valuable, like that outfit in the closet, like that Coach bag that you bought 10 years ago and still in style that you don't use anymore? Where are all those things coming from? So then it shifted. So we stopped, and it was no more swaps, because we were serving with a purpose is what our swap meant. SWA people. We served with a purpose. We were serving anyone who needed it. And then it stopped. So everybody's clothes stayed in the closet. I've had a back injury. There was no more swaps. And then but there was still a need. There were still teachers who needed. There was children who needed. And we always partnered with Greenmount West Community Center. My mentor is the director. So some of our funds from the $10 that you paid in to go into a swap and come out with a Coach bag or UGG boots or whatever you got for $10, we gave part of the proceeds to Greenmount West Community Center. And over the last couple of years, because of COVID and because of health issues, Ella's Closet shifted to making sure not only we took care of women, but now we're taking care of children. So over the last couple of years, the year before last, COVID hit, parents weren't working. Again, we're blessed to be a blessing. We have parents who are trying to struggle. They're not worried about class. Are we gonna eat? Are we gonna get kicked out? And it was, what can we do? And when I spoke to her, it was, we always gave snacks for the summertime. So after a swap, we filled their refrigerator. After a swap, we filled their cabinets. We didn't have any money from the swaps. So what could we do? And it was, I got about 20 families. I got about 7 parents who aren't working. Okay. So I did a all call. Hey, swappers, we haven't been shopping. I need your help. We have 20 parents. We have 20 families that Christmas is coming. And yes, it's pandemic, but for some kids, they don't understand what that means. And people still got to eat. How do we help? We were able to raise $60. We were able to raise almost $1,200 for 20 families in 20 days before Christmas. Each family left Greenmount West Community Center with a $60 gift card to Walmart to do whatever they needed. We didn't need anything else. The parents was like, you just bought us groceries. Has nothing to do with us. We took a need. It was a need. So it stopped again. COVID stopped Inside Ella's Closet again. Not really, because here comes my teachers again. They don't need clothes this time. They need healing. They're tired. Hybrid teaching is not easy. I know parents had little people at home and teachers are trying to figure out how to engage with students, and it was hard and they were tired, and Zoom fatigue is real. Your eyes are tired. Your back is tired. You don't realize that because you're in your office or in your kitchen, you've been there 12 hours. It's 7 o'clock in the morning and it's 7 o'clock and you're still looking at a computer. Because you would have left the building at 4 if you were in the school building. So now here's another need. Teachers are tired, and I know how that feels. I know how it feels to be bullied by a school system. I know how it feels to be unappreciated by people that you work with, and it was happening. For a second, teachers were, yay, we love you guys. We see how it is. And as it got harder, it's, hey, when you going back to work? So Inside Ella's Closet partnered with what helped me as a teacher who was hurting, because I said I was a recovering middle school teacher and I had teacher hurt. I started doing artwork. And through my artwork, I started to tell the story of how to heal. And through that artwork, I found that teachers were also starting to see themselves and starting to heal. So now Inside Ella's Closet has a partner with Shelby Blue, where we now do, not only do we take care of you with your clothes, but now we're taking care of you with your soul. It's how do you now figure out what your heart needs? And when we can't say it out loud, we're gonna say it on paper. So we had a wellness virtual retreat for teachers. It was, we don't have any clothes, but we got some time. And each teacher registered and they received a wellness box. And their wellness box was candles and teas and a teacup and honeys and soaps and coasters and a piece of artwork. And we met together on a Monday morning. And why a Monday morning? Because nobody likes Mondays. If Monday was a woman, she would not have any friends because nobody likes her. So we had it on a Monday because I want women to become un-Mondayed. You will not be mundane. You will not be sad. You will not have not good intentions for the week where you just dragging to get to Friday. No, we're gonna make Monday our friend. So we had our wellness retreat on a Monday morning for 2 hours where we had a therapist, we had an exercise specialist, we had a financial person, and we journaled together. And we did an artwork together because now the need has shifted just a little bit where, yes, we don't need as many clothes, we need some peace. So we're now learning to, Inside Ella's Closet and with Shelby Blue, etc., we're now seeing the need is you may need some clothes or you just may need some time for self-care. So this is what we are doing. We are making sure that women, especially women of color, who always wear that badge that says that we're strong, and that definition of strong has now been shifted to mean that you can just do everything because you Black and you strong. We're redefining that. We're redefining what self-care means. So Inside Ella's Closet is now taking care of women and children, and Shelby Blue, etc., is now taking care of women and teachers. And we're doing it because art is healing. Service is healing. If you take your focus off you and put it on someone else, you begin to feel better. You begin to just, that spirit is uplifted. You're not thinking about what's wrong. You're thinking about what's right. And you're looking at what's in your hands and you're using that. So let's heal with service and be a blessing to someone else because we're blessed.
That was so good. That was so good. And you can tell that it's in your heart. It just flowed. It just flowed. And we could feel the passion that you have for that. And the original, the setting up of Ella's Closet. That's beautiful as well. That's your mom, correct?
That is my mom.
Mom, if you're watching, thank you. Thank you so very much for this product of a woman. We're grateful. We're grateful. What is the fulfillment to you? I mean, I guess, no, I'm not going to put words in your mouth, but what is the sense of fulfillment when you do Ella's Closet?
It is, I know how it feels to have, and I know how it feels to not have. And it's nice to come from a place where you don't have to be in that feeling of not having. It is wonderful to see someone to walk up with you like what I got on. That's what gets me. It's and half of the stuff I can't remember because we've been blessed with so many people giving really wonderful things. It is a wonderful thing to see a woman that you know or a friend of somebody, and they're like, "Are you Tonya?" And I'm like, "Yeah." "You like my outfit?" And it's like, "Oh," she was like, "I was at your swap and I got this off the table." That gets me going. It's like, or a woman who will talk to my mom, or my mom will get a message from someone who goes to my cousin's church and was like, "They look good today." And you see, no, we're not our hair, no, we're not our clothes, but it's something about that helping to build the confidence, because I'm 46 years old and I'm just learning how to be confident in the last 3 years. So that means that's 43 years of walking around of your shoulders hunched, not believing that you are worthy of the space that you're taking up. So for a woman to feel like, and the fact that you got it for free or you got it for $10 because we asked for $10 as a donation for food, because yes, people are sad because they haven't had your cream and crab soup. I'm like, I don't know. They're like, when we gonna have it so we can get soup? I'm sorry. People were taking that home in bulk. We had to go buy Tupperware for people to take soup home because it was that serious. So it's funny. It's wonderful to see people that's like, no, we don't have to spend $1 million to look good. And yes, and no, we don't have to be ashamed of what we have, because you work what you got. And if you work what you got, he'll give you more. I can't make room if I'm holding on to stuff that no longer applies to me, because what I thought was an asset is now a liability. And it's keeping me from being blessed, and it's keeping you from, I'm blessing you. So it's that whole feeling of a child that felt good when we bought 40 Christmas gifts for 40 kids that year. Every kid left with a gift, and they left with the gift that they wanted. So I'm grateful that people trust me with their money. It's like, no, a little boy said he wanted a bike. Somebody bought that little boy a bike. And it was, Keisha was like, so what do you want? He said, Miss Keisha, I really want a bike. And she was like, write it down. And I put out the list for everybody. These are what the kids are asking for, because I don't have anything wrong with foundations giving kids gifts, but it's something special when you get what you want, when you actually get what you asked for. And seeing those children unwrap those gifts was that little boy riding around his bike. I was telling you, it was everything. The little girl who wanted to be a painter, and we got her a top of the line paint set for her to give me a picture of something that she made. Seeing people feel like they're valued.
Yes.
It doesn't happen all the time, based on someone taking the little bit of time to listen, to do what you ask. That's what pushes me. Teachers who feel like they've been heard, or when they opened their wellness boxes and everything was individually wrapped by my hands, and there was a smell and there was a certain scent for them. Teachers were like, I cried because somebody was thinking of me. This is what it's about. The pandemic stopped us so we can sit down and shut up and think about what we have, and then think about somebody else. And if you didn't do that during the pandemic, you wasted almost 2 years. And I refuse to waste any more time not being confident, not being humble, not being joyful, not being content, not being at peace, not showing love, not showing kindness. What are we here for? So I do what I can with my mom, with our hands. And if that's giving away clothes, if it's giving away food, if it's giving away toys, if it's doing artwork for someone to feel better, then God, let's go.
Yes, that's right up my alley. I'm serious. And when, like you said, when they get what they really desired, when they open it up and see the illumination on their face, and sometimes that can bring
prayer.
Say it again.
We are the answer to someone's prayer. If we just did it.
And if we just stop thinking about ourselves, of what we can get. But really, when we get it, we're supposed to give. We get to give. So it's amazing, especially when God has assigned that particular task to you. Come hell or high water, you're going to perform the task because you want to please God. And then those of us who have a relationship with the Lord, but there are good people that don't profess Christ. So, I mean, if we can't leave them out as well, because they may have good hearts all at the same time. But when you look after someone else, God is always going to take care of us.
Always. Always.
Now, I like the name that you use, swappers. I'm a swapper.
Swapper. Yes.
I'm a swapper. I'll tell you, and the other thing you stated, you literally turn the humdrum about Mondays, or the dislike of Mondays, into
unmonday.
What was that?
Monday _ED, unmonday. I do a post on Instagram every Monday I send the ladies in that was at our wellness retreat something on Monday morning, just like, the last one this Monday was, there's no award being given for the woman who does the most work. It's like, ain't nobody giving you an award for that. So let's just pump your brakes. We'll get it done. But and I know that for a fact because any teacher, before school starts, that night before the beginning of the school year, nobody sleeps. That nagging spirit of anxiety that hits people, not just teachers, but just going to a place that you don't feel appreciated or wanted, it'll keep you up at night. It'll start your week off wrong. And I'm like, can't wait till Friday. Somebody didn't make it till Friday. We just lost an uncle Tuesday. He's not gonna make it to today. So I need to be here, present now. So if Monday's here, what are my intentions for the week? What words am I going to say to myself? Not think in my head, but say to myself to set up my week where I don't start mundane on a Monday.
Mundane on a Monday.
We will not be mundane on a Monday. So we are unmundane every Monday.
That's it. I love it. I love it. I tell you what, now, how can the audience contact you to make donations?
Well, we are doing two. We're doing two events. One is through the website. So if you go to tonyablue.com, you'll see our archives. So if you're wondering what we're doing, if you go to our archives, you'll see pictures from previous swaps. You'll see pictures from workshops. You'll see the pictures of the kids who received their Christmas gifts and their gift cards. And if you'd like to make a donation, please send an email and we get in contact with you that way. The two events that we're doing this year, we've already done our teacher wellness retreat. We're doing a tea and talk coming up for teachers in November. But for the kids at Greenmount West Community Center, we're doing a pizza night. They do Illuminating the Night on October 28th. And I'm doing it with your help or not, but my husband and I are going to provide pizzas, and we're having the Kona snow cone guy come to the community center that night, just so kids can get a treat and parents can have pizza night with snacks at their home. You know, we're being very wise with social distancing and still being able to provide some type of new normalcy for families, just making sure they have some time together on a Friday night. So no, you don't have to go out. Here's some pizzas, put them in your oven. Here's some drinks, here's some snacks. If you'd like to be a part of that, to help us with that, please send an email. Donations are accepted through Zelle and Venmo and Cash App, and you'll receive a receipt. And then for Christmas, I'm putting that plug in now. Last year, we provided for 20 families. The numbers has dwindled to 13, but that means I want our money to go higher. So my goal is to make sure that those 13 families receive a $75 gift card to Walmart this Christmas. And those are our two initiatives. We are constantly, every month, there is a wellness check with teachers. So Shelby Blue Art, which is me, that's art in the back. But we meet the third Wednesday of every month for 30 minutes. So if you don't have time to do anything else in the week, and you don't have any time for self-care, Wednesday night from 8 to 8:30, we meet. We meet and we're given a writing prompt. We write in our journals together, and then we talk, because everybody needs somebody to talk to, and it's just a small amount of time. So we're doing something with the kids and the families in Greenmount West, and we're doing something with teachers, and that's every Wednesday. We've met so far, and they have been I'm not a therapist. I'm a recovering middle school teacher. I'm healing through helping. I'm healing myself through helping. So we come and we talk and we share. Small gifts are sent every now and then, just because I know I like surprises. My love language is surprises. I like them, I give them. So every now and then they just might receive a text message or just something in the mail. The kids at the community center have no idea about the pizza that's coming. I think people deserve to feel special, yes. Especially now, especially in a time where there's racial unrest and just injustice, and people aren't just kind, and kindness doesn't cost you anything. So those are what we're doing. So www.tonyablue.com if you want to be a part of helping us to give to the Greenmount West Community Center for October 28th is Illuminate the Night. And then we will give them their Christmas cards December 17th. We try to do it before Christmas. So if parents need to go to the store or if they need to go to the go grocery shopping, we give them that card for them to do what they wish. We're not the money police. So if that's not what we do. And the fact that Greenmount West Community Center is the community center of that area, they know the families and they trust us. So, and we trust them. And Kingdom was also a part of the Christmas gifts. When we gave the gift cards, Kingdom gave us chickens. So we gave all the families chickens too. So my church, I don't know about your church, my church is on it. So shout out Kingdom.
Wait a minute, Kingdom, that rings a bell. Tell me, Kingdom, where are we looking? We're talking about Kingdom Worship Center, 6419 York Road in Baltimore, Maryland, where the great senior pastors are Bishop Gregory Dennis and Lady Tonya Dennis.
Yes.
Got that right?
Got it right.
You better get it right because you know G will be on your case.
Got it right.
But that information that you just shared, the events, Christmas, the dates and all of that, please email that to me.
I sure will.
And we will make sure it gets into the comment section for our audience to view.
Absolutely.
And I pray, my God, I pray that our audience, you will share this video. This was awesome. This was great information about self-care, about our mental status. And, it's just amazing how someone who's been in a place or that experience can share her experience with the world. So I don't care what state that you may be from, you can always use this information. And it wasn't just for teachers, just for people in general, men, women, Black, white, doesn't matter. It does not matter. It applies to all of us.
Yes, it
And
does.
You can count, I'll send you the email, but Trophy of Life wants to support you for Christmas or do something. And then if it's not a monetary, well, definitely the monetary part, but on a personal note, if you need another hand, let me know and we'll make it happen. And I'll be doing cream of crab real soon.
My husband will be very excited.
Lord.
I absolutely love everything that you just said for this segment. So I'm not going to do a huge recap because it was just so wonderful and self-explanatory. Our viewers, please support her. Oh my goodness. And excuse me, just a side note, I knew about Ella's Closet, but I did not know the story behind it. I think that is so beautiful. It really is. And I love that you said you're healing through helping. Like, if we could just all embrace that concept, I'm telling you, it'll really, really bless you. And I absolutely love the serving with a purpose, the swap. Oh my goodness. So viewers, please support her. She's an amazing individual inside and out. I'm telling you, she's been consistent. This is really who she is. She's very genuine. I've known her for quite some time now. And she hasn't changed. She just gets better and better with time. And the service piece, I'm telling you, just comes straight from the heart. So, and that cream of crab soup, listen, I was agreeing with you, like, oh, I haven't had that in a long time. So
listen,
I know.
That's a ministry. That's a whole ministry. A
whole ministry. But seriously, thank you so much for coming on the broadcast today and just sharing with us and just sharing how you help so many people, especially teachers. I can definitely appreciate that. I come from a family of teachers and I know how it feels to watch someone work so hard and it goes unappreciated because people just don't know everything you have to do as a teacher. So I definitely appreciate the love and care and the support that you give to teachers because they're so important. Like we would know nothing without teachers. Teachers are everything and they're so unappreciated in our society, period. So that's a whole different conversation that needs to change immediately. But I appreciate the work you've done. And just also to our viewers to show that, she's made such a big impact on many people and she did not have a bajillion dollars to start. So we've said it before, I'm going to say it again. Just start where you are. If you have a passion and you see that there's a need to serve or help someone, you don't have to have a lot of money to start. Just start with what you have. She started with what was in her closet, things that she realized, hey, wait a minute, I'm pretty blessed and I can bless somebody else. You never know, something that's so small to you is such a big thing to somebody else that can change their life. So I just encourage all of you to do that in any way possible, in your lane, in your sphere of influence. If you see a need, go ahead and attack it. I'm telling you, attack it with purpose. And something that was always said to me was, if you have a great idea and you think something needs to be done, 10 times out of 10, you're the person that's supposed to do it. So just make a plan, start it. And once you put your idea and your passion out there, people will come and help. God will send people to help you, just like he sent Miss Tonya here. So I just want to encourage everyone to just do what you can while you can. And I love it. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much for having
And
me.
let me put one last thought in there. And I think about you as an adult doing this. And I want to encourage our parents and our adults, start this caring need and pass it down to your children. Don't just go into their closet and of some items that they don't use anymore. Let them know why you're pulling these clothing, the shoes, even maybe some of the toys that look new and they haven't played with much or anything. But let them be with them. Let that be a bonding moment to let them know, you have this, you outgrown this, you don't even wear it anymore. So let's use these words. Let's bless another child that don't have what you have. And many times, parents that can't afford it, they buy their children a lot of stuff or items or, whether it's gifts or clothing, shoes, coats, whatever. But let them know, you want to help someone, be a blessing to another child. And then, that becomes just like it was instilled in you, it becomes instilled in them as well. So I think that would be really something that you would want to embrace with families. Okay. I think that is done. I'm done for the day. You have anything else, Tonya?
I have nothing else. Visit www.tonyablue.com if you'd like to help with our pizza night or give for, or give for the Christmas gifts. If you are looking for a piece of artwork to help you heal, check them out. They're not just for our teachers, but the words spoken on each piece is done from a place of humility and growth. Open your hands. What's in your hands? There's something in your hands. And once you start manipulating and working with those in your hands, before you know it, your hands are going to overflow. And that means it's time to give to someone else. So I hope that I remind you that you have something. You have something to give. It can be your time. It can be your clothes. It can be a word of encouragement. You have something to give. So let's stop being closed-mouth Christians. You ain't got to beat people upside the head with it, but you can be kind. And let's help each other. This is the time that we need each other the most. So we are blessed to be a blessing. And that is my motto. That's how we were raised. We were raised Pentecostal. We were blessed to be a blessing. Our mom taught us this from when we were small. And shop in your closet, ladies. Let's be good stewards of the money that we have. Let's stop having that slip through. Let's shop in our closet. Look what's in your closet. And then if it's not being worn, see who needs it. Because somebody needs what you have. And they're waiting for you.
They're waiting for you. We're blessed to be a blessing. God bless you. See you tomorrow.
See ya.